maybe if I'ma go to date with ya.
Yeah. I've been dealing, feeling, shading skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. Removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get it clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option, really is. And I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters, the demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers.
707 no Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like both.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. Let's go.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You can look at this Bronco defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
All right. 18. What's that? Why, Tony?
And Stroud now to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Here's Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rome Odunze. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. The Broncos at 7-4 on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
You can look at the defense for these Texans. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Hall again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Stroud looking to change the play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Stroud.
He's got a man complete.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Houston.
Tyquan Thornton.
69 yards.
And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Broncos nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 10 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, go!
Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Broncos 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Hall again on 2nd down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
There's Hall bringing in another one. A beautiful fake. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Stroud to throw it. Touchdown, Texans. Rome Odunze, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up when they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd and 9.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Stroud out of the gun here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Another one caught by Collins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Houston.
They'll give to Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Throwing now is Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Will Anderson, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Wow, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
Might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Pack to 60.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground. Hall. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Houston. Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll get that complete to Franklin. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to... And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Come on, come on.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the ball is knocked out.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Let's go now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
At the 21-yard line.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now back to throw. He drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
On the quick,
partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Look at the big fella go. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Houston. Kyle Pitts halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary and clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Texans 35, Broncos 17.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't kick the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
3rd and goal.
Ready? Viking 18.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 8 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Broncos 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Texans 42, Broncos 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Marvin Harrison Jr., 48 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
148 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Texans.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Stroud off the play fake. And he pulled in downfield by Collins.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He got 29 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 31.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Broncos, first down.
19, Tiger, 19.
48-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Brings up second and yard at the 17-yard line.
Second and 1. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Broncos 38.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Damn.